Right, young'uns, I said what I've done, because I use the iPhone, iPad to record these videos, I spend a lot of time editing because I keep saying and I forget what I've already said. So a lot of stuff ends up on the cutting room floor, as they say. And I have just done a video which is just under 30 minutes long, and I got sick and fed up of trying to get it right, edit it so that it made sense. But for some reason it's okay when it's in iMovie, which is the only thing I use. It's okay, well, it's in iMovie, but as soon as I try to save it, the sound gets all out of sync. So the video I've just done, which was just under half an hour, I'm now going to split into two, which would be quite easy to do because the first part covered curing in the fill leak on the Gamo BSA range, coyote specifically in my case. Finally got to the bottom of that, and I said again. The other part would be about using the Chinese Yonghang compressor, which I've done now for, must be nearly getting on for 3 years, to fill both, well, I don't so much fill the gun from it, but I fill the bottle with it and fill the guns from the bottle. To knock those that say you're filling your gun with water, I'll prove otherwise in the second part, or it might be the other way around. I might do the Yonghang bit first, see how that goes, without too much editing, save it, get it on YouTube, and we take it from there. Hope that makes sense. Rock on. There's several videos on YouTube of how to cure this. We said didn't I? One of them recommends that as well as buying a seal kit, you buy this little plastic, which is ridiculous because it doesn't seal anything. All it does is locate the spring within the valve. So that's a bit of a nonsense. Also, that same video, which is by a reputable rifle part supplier, it doesn't go deep enough into the valve to locate the seal that's actually causing the problem. I'm going to show you now how to get right inside the valve and replace that little blighter O-ring. The easiest way is to put fit a balloon onto your air adapter, fill adapter, like that. Pop it in the valve. If it inflates, you've got a leak. And at 75 bar, a few days later, a week or so later, it is still actually inflating slightly. Obviously left in there for longer, it will blow right up. So the first thing is to degas. So to degas, we've got a 22mm socket which fits the gauge, and we unscrew it. gingerly. A tedious job by hand. Here we are. It's just the O-ring holding it back. There we go. Okay, so there's the valve out of the rifle. What we do now is remove this pin. Bit of spring pressure, so we just push it through like that. Out comes the washer, the spring, and that's as far as some of the other videos go. It shows them cleaning down inside there with whatever, reassembling with, so say, the errant part to cure the leak. In actual fact, that's what you need to do to get that piece and replace this O-ring here. Then wash out. So after washing these parts out thoroughly, cleanliness is next to godliness. Dry them off. Ready for reassembly. The other thing I do to stop bits from these O-rings going into the gun is to chamfer both of these, so there's a bit of lead in for those O-rings. Stops any slivers coming off and entering the gun. Yeah, reassembly in a minute or two. So, a little bronze filter, a new O-ring, silicone grease, this needs to be seated. Be seated, gentlemen. Then your valve spring with the plastic guide. Retaining washer and pin. Silicone grease around the O-ring to to help it seat back in the gun. And in this case you can use your socket on the pressure guide to wind it in rapidly. That's it. No need to do it up like doing up your hot water bottle. The rubber O-ring will seal it. Gently does it. It's 100 bar. You can test it that if you want. I'm not going to. 150 bar. 180, 200, that'll do for me. Alright, yummies, that's been like that for half a day now. As you can see, nothing in the balloon. Can't hear anything, nothing in the balloon, so we'll say that's successful. Barrel band, muzzle brake. There we go. This next video I want to dedicate to a couple of kids, a couple of grandchildren of mine. This lad here, my grandson, with one of our village boys, Tommy Bridewell, current British Superbike motorbike champion, battling hard on his Honda to retain his title this year. This is my little Zaria. 2 years ago I suffered a kidney cancer, which finished up with removing the bloater. And they sent me home from the hospital to recover. Never told me I had COVID. This little one took me for a walk and greatly assisted my recovery. This is dedicated to all my grandchildren and children. She's also my #1 fan and watches every video I make.